On this week's episode of The Fizz, we have an awesome episode. We got some great weekend catch-ups from Chandler and Lou. Very different weekends out of those two, let me tell you. One had a lot of honor, one did not. We went to the Tigers game as a crew, had an absolutely fantastic time, but did get a spanking. We had media passes, and it did not go as perfectly as we wanted to, so you'll want to listen to that. The Lions play in the Hall of Fame game tonight. Also, Tigers trade deadline, where they're headed, and then we close with over-under. But before we get into all of that, I want to tell you about our amazing sponsor, Antonio's Cucina Italiana. Located in Dearborn Heights, Farmington Hills, Canton, and Livonia, Antonio's is my favorite Italian restaurant in all of the world. They also have their original location, Roman Village, which is located in Dearborn. So every day for over 60 years, the Ruggiero family has worked hard preparing fresh, authentic Italian dishes. This includes delicious sauces, soups, stuffed pastas, and the hard work has paid off with award-winning pizzas, calzones, and of course, their famous baked bread. That bread is famous. It's amazing garlic bread. You're going to want to take a whole basket home with you after you eat there, but great for the family, great for date night, great for a carryout. Go give Antonio's a try at those locations I mentioned. You won't regret it. You'll love it. You'll have a new family-friendly Italian restaurant. You'll love it. So go check it out. But now let's get into the Fizz. Hello and welcome to episode 194 of The Fizz. Thank you all for joining us. I am here with the main men, Ice Cold, Brew Lou, Channy Football. Channy off a 1 week hiatus. He's back. Gang's together. Good to see you boys. How we doing?
Everything's great. Great to be here. We're almost in August. That means football starts. We'll get to that here in a little bit, but can't believe we're 7 months through the year and the most consistent year in Fizz history, if I may say so.
Yeah, absolutely. I would agree with that. What a nice day too today, boys. Like quick weather update. Like, man, it's nice out there. It feels, I don't want to say it, it feels like football weather, boys. Football is back tonight. Our holy grail, Detroit Lions. It's going to be a great episode. I'm looking forward to it.
Summer gets rocky for the boys, but this year we're powering through. We're trying to make it happen, making it happen. Consistent every week, preparing for football season. And like you guys said, nice, cool, brisk day. And we got football in July 31st, Detroit Lions. I almost said San Diego, LA Chargers. Can't wait to get into it. But first, let's catch up on the weekends. Channy, you've been off for a week. What's up? Where you been? How you doing?
Yep, great weekend on the west side of the state. Visited Lake Michigan, Grand Haven area. Nice gem on the west side. Never been to Grand Haven. Been to Holland, Saugatuck, Grand Rapids. Never been to Grand Haven. Awesome. We stayed in Spring Lake, which is basically connecting to Grand Haven. Took the boat out, went to the beach, and my favorite moment of the weekend, played American Dunes in Grand Haven. Jack Nicklaus course, built in 2021 on the old site of Grand Haven Country Club. Top 5 course, in my opinion, in the state of Michigan. Top experience when you play golf in the state of Michigan. For those who haven't played American Dunes, they give back a percentage of each green fee to the Folds of Honors charity to benefit fallen soldiers and their families, specifically through scholarships and whatnot. And it's plastered everywhere. They have a fallen soldier that they honor at every hole. They have a story about every hole. They show how much has been raised. They do a couple great ceremonies throughout the course. Most notably, 18th hole. At the start, you flick a nickel at a cross to remember all the fallen soldiers. I guess it's something they do in the armed services. And then at 1 o'clock, we actually got to see it firsthand because we were coming in off the 18th. They play the taps with the 13 bell rings in honor of the folds, the 13 folds. And talk about chills. Everyone stops on the golf course. They play the taps over the loudspeakers. The whole staff comes out of the clubhouse, faces the American flag, which is smack dab in the middle of the 9th and 10th fairway. And everyone just takes off their hats. And for about 3 minutes, it's complete silence with them playing it. I'm getting chills thinking about it, but great experience, great golf course. I highly suggest you two and anyone listening who's a golfer to play. Even the food was great. And to top it all off, your boy shot a 79 after a triple bogey on the first hole, played 4 over golf through the last 17. So that was the icing on the cake for my day at American Dunes.
Buddy, that's unreal.
That's a great round. What's your career low round, Chandler?
77, but played it at fucking Blackheath, so
that doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't count. That was one of the career lows, top 3 career low for a round for me.
Absolutely, especially at a course like that. We don't say this often, but good job, Channy. You did a good work.
I got a question. So, from everything I pulled from that, is the flag like in the middle of like the fairway? Can you hit that?
Yeah, so it's actually, they told us before the round, like, if you're behind the flag, you can move your ball. Like, that's part of it. But, yeah, a guy I was playing with was literally 3 yards behind the flagpole. It's
ring it off that boy.
Oh, yeah. You could hit the flagpole off the 9th tee. So it's not, like, directly in the fairway, but it's, like, just off the left side of the fairway. Like, it is very much in play. It's not a bad shot if you hit it by the flagpole.
That's pretty cool. That'd be cool to ring that thing, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd sound awesome, like hitting the post or something.
Yeah.
Love that. Not as much honor in my weekend. Pretty exciting weekend, but low on the honor scale, I'd say. Unfortunately.
Shocker.
Yeah. No. Yeah, we're all
Resident D-Gen checking in. So I went to LCA on Saturday night for Clarissa Shields' boxing event. The gym that I train at. If you're in Macomb and you're looking for a gym, by the way, Revolution Training. They have boxing. They have physical therapy. The gym's awesome.
Pilates.
Great people there. Pilates. The whole 9 yards. Great trainers. They had a guy competing that trains at the gym there in the boxing department. So went out there to check him out. He did end up winning his fight. Not smoke the guy. He didn't knock him out, but he was beating his ass the last couple rounds. So shout out to Cam on that. And then the two like main events of the night were Clarissa Shields. If you don't follow boxing, she's like the heavyweight. She's number 1 in women's boxing right now. She's the top dog. She won her fight, beat the hell out of this Lainey Daniels chick. She didn't have a fucking fighting chance. But it was just very entertaining at LCA that night. They had another guy named Tony Harrison who was on the card. He's from 7 Mile. So they had the hood was out at LCA, boys. I'll just come out and say it. The hood was out. Great people watching. Just a fun environment too. Went to the bathroom probably around, almost to the second to last fight. I walk into the restroom there at LCA. We're on the second level, and there's just a cloud of smoke coming out of the fucking doorway when I walk in, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck's going on in here? Like, are people vaping? Nah. Blunts. There's about 7 to 8 gentlemen in the bathroom, one of them with a felt table that's probably 1.5 feet long by about 6. Yeah, oh yeah. It was like a cart. There was felt on top of it, but it was just like a serving plate like type tray basically.
Yeah, but there was a makeshift felt table in the bathroom at LCA. I got to stop and like say that out loud.
Correct. Not okay. And just to make sure it's clear, it's more like a tray. So they're holding this. It's not.
There's literally green felt on it. Like
it was blue, but yes, felt nonetheless. So I walk in. I get to the urinal. I'm already disappointed. It's not a trough, but get the job done. I'm taking a pee. I'm looking over. I'm very curious about what's going on at the felt table. Gamblers. We're all gamblers ourselves. I know there's some action going on here. I see money out. See rubber bands snapping, bills snapping down on the felt. I'm like, okay, I'm looking over. There's about 8 guys surrounded by, around this table. They're all smoking blunts. I go over to wash my hands, and they're like, dude, you got to get in on this. You got to get in on this. And I'm like, you know what? I do have to get in on this. Mind you, I'm feeling very good at this point. We're pretty deep through the fights, bunch of drinks deep. So they're playing 3-card Monty. Those of you that don't know what 3-card Monty is, it's kind of a shyster game where you basically try to trick your opponent into guessing the wrong card. So there's It's kind of. So
It is.
we'll leave it at kind of. So they have 3 cards down. 2 of them are black. One of them's red. And basically the guy shuffles up the cards and you have to try to guess where the red card is. And you lay down your bet, 20, 50, $100. They were all playing like $20 to $100 hands in there. So I play a couple $20 hands, fucking snipe the guy. I'm up a couple bucks, get him back. So I start upping my bet. I'm in the bathroom for like 25 minutes. Amber's like texting me. She's like, where the fuck are you? What's going on in there? I got the blunt in my hand. I'm snapping a rubber band. I'm throwing a couple 20s down. I'm like, fuck the fights. I'm hanging out here for the next 45. So we're going to town a little bit. Dude, this is where they get you though. They lure me in. They see the poor white boy here that they could take advantage of. And my God, they did it, boys. They got me. I won like 4 or 5 hands for 20. I start playing $50 hands, lose 2, go back to 20, win, go back to play $100 hand on the last one, lose. I'm like, fuck this. I'm fucking out of here. They're fucking cracking up. And it's just, I don't know if I just wasn't following the cards because I was boozing too much or if he was just making it easy on the $20 hands. But bravo to the gentleman that was dealing. He looked like he was absolutely cleaning up in the bathroom because there was a fucking line of people doing this. It was not only me. Like I'm talking a circle of 8 to 10 guys rotating, playing the game. So that was pretty fun over at LCA there on Saturday.
They baited you. I mean, they let you win the first couple. You got all fucking fat and sassy, got all cocky, and then they just fucking slit your throat. They just fucking gutted you like a pig.
They did. And it was funny too because the only other time I really remember 3-card Monty action is Chandler actually was with us. We were down at the Kentucky Derby, rented an RV. We're in an RV park. It's the morning of the Kentucky Derby. We're in our early 20s. We're getting fucking blasted at this point, right? Guys rolling around the RV park with the same setup, and a buddy of ours starts playing with them, ends up losing a few $100 off them, and we're like, all right, we got to cut it off. And he's like, no, dude, I can win it back. I can get it back. So he never got it back. But but yeah, a little 3-card Monty action, and then Sunday I actually made my return to the Moot out there in Muscatmoot Bay. Yeah. So I had
honor.
Yeah, I told you I had an honorless weekend.
Honorless.
I didn't believe me.
A complete 180 from Chandler's weekend.
Oh my God, yeah. So I was out at the Moot on Sunday for about 8 hours. Absolutely fucking burnt to a crisp at the end of the day. Didn't put one spray of sunscreen on. Ate like half a Jimmy John's sandwich the whole day. Probably sucked down like 6 margaritas and endless amount of beers. But it was a fun weekend and looking forward to doing it again soon.
Man, that is great. That is so great. Yeah, Chandler, straight honor, salutes every hole. Pizzo, no honor, none whatsoever. No honor.
I will say this, the irony of it, Frank, is your friend group from the golf league calls him Honest Lou as well, and it should just be Honorless Lou from now on.
Honest Lou, it's like hilarious. Like the dumbest nickname that he has is Honest Lou, like because like he counted, it was like literally like they're like, what'd you get there, Lou? A 5? And he was like, no, I had a 6. And like they just called him Honest Lou from there on out.
Just for playing by the rules, playing fair.
one hole. Like
yes. Yeah. Dropped like 5 balls the next round.
Yes, and we played so bad it I remember that round we played so awful, you and me, because it was like 200 degrees. That's great, boys. That's great. I have nothing notable from the weekend. Just nothing. Caught up at home. Got nothing really to report. Love the catch-ups there. That's fucking great. The thing I want to talk about is our hangout yesterday. So let's move right into it. So Detroit Tigers, we got Detroit Tigers updates. They're hot again. We're going to talk about them. We're going to talk about the trade deadline. But yesterday, we go to the game, 1:00 game. Awesome time. Surfside gets us into the building, our great partners at Surfside. They get us into the building to capture some content. And boys, we had a great time at the ballpark.
Awesome day.
Yeah. Beautiful day out, too.
Beautiful day. Was hot. It was a sweater, but I feel like it wasn't a full on like 100-degree burner, but it definitely was pretty. I'm lying. It was really fucking hot.
It was hot. It was hot. Yeah.
People were dropping like flies. People were dropping like flies. But
you saw that one guy come off the bathroom after he got done taking a shit. He had a fucking pond on his chest, and he had the Joe Dirt hair that was all wet. It looked like he just took a shower.
That guy looked like an ogre. He looked like Shrek leaving the outhouse in the swamp. That guy was fighting for his life. I saw that guy and I jumped. It was like a jump scare.
It was funny too because he walked out. We all looked at each other at the same time. We're like, "Yeah, okay, you saw that? Yeah, okay, good."
Yeah, this guy had like the thin long hair, balding from the front, mustache, jersey with nothing underneath, unbuttoned down to the middle of his chest, absolutely completely sweating through. The jersey was clear at that point, and this guy was, only like the fourth inning fighting for his absolute life at this point. But boys had a great time, filmed a bunch of great patrons out there, people drinking Surfside, people hanging out, saw more than a few champagne teas in the wild, which is always very exciting. All jumped in on the same bets, which was great. We had the new Tiger paddock throwing. We all had them 4 to 5 strikeouts. I took 4. The boys took 5. I'm a little candy ass, whatever. Took Tigers money line. That all hit. Great stuff. Took the over for the Tigers. Just bang, 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 hit everything.
Carpenter.
And the number one hit. As I was going to say, we all were debating on who to take for a home run before the game. Lou had his eyes on Kerry Carp. Ding dong, sing along, baby. Guy hits a fucking dinger. We hit every bet. Tigers win. Beautiful day. It was awesome. But we do have to note, you guys saw it on social media if you're following along. We got spanked. We got spanked. We were bad boys at Comerica. We broke some rules that we didn't know we couldn't do. Officer, I didn't know I couldn't do that. No malicious intent on our end, but we got these media passes. I had never obtained a media pass. I don't think you boys have either. Had our pictures on them. Hilarious. I sent in all of our LinkedIn photos, so it had our most professional headshots we could have on these media passes. We're all very excited. I say, boys, hand me the passes. I take a picture, snap the picture, boom, throw it up. All is well, right? I don't see an issue. I don't think there's a problem. Then some texts start rolling in. A few hours later, some people I know in the world of media who actually have credentialed media jobs are like, hey, you should pull those down. That's not good. That's bad practice. You get in trouble for that. I've been in trouble for that. We yank them down. We think everything's good. We think we're in the clear. Also, during the game, we go up to the media room, which we have passes for. We pop in for a hot second because producer Mike's got to drop off his bag. He's got to drop his bag off because it's heavy, it's hot. We don't want to carry it around. Drops it off. We pop in to the press room for one at bat. One AB. I'd say maybe 1.5 ABs. We're not there long. Kerry Carp, the guy who we all got anytime home run on, fucking dings one. Dings one into right field. Absolute no doubter. We post the video, and we're not too loud. I mean, we were like whisper cheering. We weren't even high-fiving. We were pretty quiet. Booth, I thought, got loud. I post the video. Turns out that was a big no-no as well. Didn't know. We couldn't post media of the Tigers game from the media room. I don't know. I don't know. We weren't coached on any of this. We didn't know what was going on. We didn't mean to do anything wrong, but turns out we got spanked. We were told we weren't allowed to post the video of that, weren't allowed to post the media passes. So we were informed we weren't allowed to do that. We apologize if, we crossed any lines there. Wasn't our intent, but, I don't know. Boys, I don't know if we're ever going to get those media passes again. We might have flown too close to the sun on this one.
I mean, kind of wrong guys. I sell real estate for a living. Lou's spraying bugs and hanging Christmas lights like Kringle. We weren't a belligerent. Let's put it that way. I will say that. In our defense, we weren't drinking heavily. We weren't making a scene. Even when Carpenter hit a home run and we won a combined couple $100, we kept it cool. We kept it low key.
We were whisper selling.
We didn't even have drinks up in the media room. We drank. We had 2 Surfsides before we went up there, and the one we finished before we went up the stairs. And then we watched a couple at bats, And I mean, what great timing. What great fucking timing. Where else do you want to see the Carpenter home run from than the fucking media room, right?
Yeah.
When we're dialed in. And even Amber said something to me that night after, because she saw the video before you took it down. She's like, why were you guys like whispering? Like, why weren't you like, I thought you'd be more excited that you all hit that bet. And I was like, we were. However, we were trying to be good and follow the rules, which I guess at the end of the day, we should have been screaming. We should have been more jacked up.
Honestly, like, we tried to be good boys. But I think at heart we're just, we're bad boys. So we got spanked. We got a little in trouble for doing that. So if anybody's out there listening, we didn't mean no harm. We're just three innocent Tiger fans who were very excited to get our media passes and enjoy a game at Comerica Park. And I mean, what are you going to do, man? We had anytime home run. You went fucking ding dong into right field. What are you supposed to do?
I mean, exactly. And then Pat, what an outing from our new pitcher, Paddock, comes through. That was really never in doubt, the 4 or 5 strikeouts. I mean, he was getting one an inning until the end there, and then, that was easy money for us, but great outing for his first one as a Tiger with the Smurf glove.
The Blue Moon.
The Blue Moon glove. My bad.
The Blue Moon boy. It was a good game though, and I'm glad we got to see Paddock's first start. Glad we got to experience it. And guess what? We live and we learn, boys. We're learning. We're learning along the way. Remember our first tailgate video? I don't. Wasn't that good. Kind of sucked, probably. We're learning. We're learning along the way so that the next time we get a fortunate opportunity like this, we just won't go in the media box.
No, nowhere near it. And we did have field access, and out of respect for the game, I decided to not go on the field and just tweet next to a garbage can while I waited for Mike and Lou to get done peeing.
That's honorable. Now, the podcast is honor. the podcast is honorable again.
Pure class out of me.
We're
pure
back
class.
to honor.
Me and Chandler checked our honor boxes this week. Lou still needs to find a little honor.
Well, your honor card's in limbo right now, Frank. Easy.
What? Because I'm the only guy. I probably should have known the rules.
Because you got a spanking, dude, and that's not honorable.
Yeah, it was a collective spanking. I didn't get spanked alone. All 4 of us got spanked, including producer Mike, who's editing this. You got spanked too, buddy.
Yeah, where's Mike? Mike's supposed to take the lead. This guy's been around the block.
Don't get me started on him. He walks in. I used to work media. We can do this. We can do that. Just led us astray. Just
he did. Oh, hey, this is where we go up to the press box. Wrong elevator. Oh, they moved it. Like he was like, oh, they moved it. Man, I've been coming here for years. I didn't know they moved it. And then he pretended to know that guy up there too. He's like, oh yeah, we used to work together at Fox too. No, you fucking didn't, Mike. Yeah, no one remembers you, bro.
No, you don't need to big time us. Yeah, and then I'm the one in the fucking firing squad. So it's what it is.
Thank you to our meat shield, Mr. Hands.
That's me. Gotta put your hands up. That's why they call me hands up at all times. Protect yourselves at all time. But as far as the Tigers go, boys, we're back. We're back.
Yeah, fun game. The new acquisition rips it. Paddock's a giant, 6'5", minty blue glove. Fucking what was he averaging? 9 pitches an inning.
Mm-hmm.
Good to see him, and it's one of those things where it's like we're getting these pitchers, right? And I know Channy's about to dive into the free agency here of who these guys we got. And some of these ERAs look big. They look bulky, and you're kind of like, why are we getting these guys? But Paddock's numbers weren't great, but he's got the size. He's got something that Feder in the squad likes. And it's like you get him with this battery and this coaching, like they think they can work with him, which is what gets me excited. Federer's obviously one of the best pitching coaches in the world. And then it seems like between Dingler and Rogers, we got like some of the best, battery and catcher work in the MLB. So they're saying these guys, they fit a mold, they fit a system. They're like, let's get them into our system and we'll make them even better. We'll knock that ERA down.
Yeah, sounds like a cheap owner that doesn't want to spend to me, but I guess we'll get into that in a little bit.
I'm not talking any ownership stuff today. Got absolutely spanked.
Yeah, exactly. So acquire several relief pitchers over the last 48 hours. Tigers have 3 to be exact. Obviously, still a little bit of time left before the deadline here. But add 3 relief pitchers here in the past couple days outside of Paddock. Actually, 4. if you add in the Paddock trade with Randy Dobnik as well. But long and short, Tigers really beefed up the bullpen, adding Paul Sewald from Cleveland, adding Kyle Finnegan, closer from the Nationals, and adding Rafael Montero from Atlanta, who was part of the Astros World Series run just a couple years back. So their biggest glaring need, it has been their need all year, it's been bullpen pitching. They did address that. They haven't gone after the high-end bullpen guys like a Danny Santana or a Bednar from Pittsburgh. But at the end of the day, they've added arms, which they desperately needed to. And Frank, I think you said it perfectly. Hey, let's get good enough guys, average to above average bullpen arms. Let Fetter, let Hinch, let the battery do their work and make these guys from average to good or good to great by using the resources we already have in place.
And we still got like 2.5 hours, right?
That's right. But, the big name that we were all hoping for, Eugenio Suarez, already on the Mariners, traded late last night, going to Seattle. So I don't know what names out there that really, specifically a positional player that we're going to obtain at this time. But to me, no pun intended, it'd have to be something out of left field if we're going to get a positional player at this point in the deadline.
So, Chandler, let me ask you, do you think we did enough?
Well, the thing is we're a top 5 team in the MLB. Do I think we did enough? No. No, I don't, to answer it directly. You look at the Blue Jays, who were fighting for the number 1 seed within the American League. They went out and got Shane Bieber, a high-end starter when healthy, electric from the Guardians, has proven to be a number 1 and or number 2 top end of the rotation. Blue Jays go out and get him. So our competition is getting better, and we didn't make that big splash. So are we better today than we were yesterday? Of course. We've got bullpen depth. We saw it last year. We like to use a ton of arms, and we like to let AJ, put people in certain positions where he knows he's going to succeed. We've got that versatility with the depth of arms in the bullpen now. The only problem is, we got to go for it. We're on a deadline. Let's just be honest with each other. We've got Tarek Skubal for 15 more months. That's what's going to happen. He's not going to re-sign with us. It's all good. We've got 2 postseason runs. We need a little bit of urgency. I feel like a little bit like the Lions right now. Lions got better in the offseason, but, where's the urgency? We're coming up on contracts. The time is now. The AL is down this year. It's weak. We've got the best pitcher in the game, and we were 1 or 2 hitters away from being probably a top 5 lineup if we got a middle-of-the-order bat in the AL as well. So did we do enough? No. Are we better? Yes. But again, I'm disappointed overall that we were told, when the time is right, we're going to spend. And I'm paraphrasing that, but that has been ownership and management's message for this rendition of the Tigers these past couple of years. When the time's right, we're going to spend. We're going to put our resources. It's looking very clear. The time's only going to be right when Max Clark, McGonigal, and all of our minor leaguers come up. That's when we're going to spend. We're not spending until then, is what I'm taking from this past offseason of 1-year deals, this deadline, and how we've handled the Skubal extension.
I think that's fair enough. And I think maybe just a little bit, which is fair and rightfully so, that this losing streak that we just went through, which was kind of nightmarish, 2-14 and 1-13 with no runs.
3 runs. Yeah, exactly.
That obviously, I think, right around the trade deadline freaked everyone out. Now, a 4-game win streak doesn't cure all of that or hide all of those blemishes, but it's I do wonder if we would feel better if you just kind of took out those 15 games. You know what I mean? Because we've been so good outside of them.
Yeah, we're a good team. We're a top 3 team in the AL. There's no doubt about it. It's just what I wanted to see was solidify us at number 1, get us over the hill, make that move, much like we've been calling for, like I said, the Lions to do last year. Yeah. It was good that we got Za'Darius. We got better, but everyone's looking for that splash move to really get us over the top. And I feel like we didn't do that yet, but that doesn't mean we can't win the AL. That doesn't mean we can't make a run at the World Series. We've just got to be damn near perfect when we're playing the top end talented teams such as Phillies, Mets, Dodgers, Astros, Blue Jays. These teams, we've got to play some of our best baseball. We can't have an off series and squeak out an off series based off talent against those teams.
Yeah. And I do, like, as good as we are, like, I do feel like we needed to add, like, Paddock is good, but with Olsen going down, I just feel like, we're hoping Mize and Flaherty have good outings, which they have proven they can go south on you pretty quick. So, and then you're really putting all the pressure on Skubal.
That's right.
Which
And know what I thought today? I really thought this when they started acquiring all these arms, and I thought the same thing, Frank. Why didn't we get another starter? Maybe we should get another starter. Are these guys sick enough to run back pitching chaos? Like, did they like it enough? Do they like that game enough of starting an opener? Do they like playing the matchups that much enough? Do they think they have that much of an edge over other managers that they're like, fuck it, we're running it back. We don't give a shit. We don't need the help. If we don't get the second or third starters we need, fuck it. We'll throw in Montero again, and we'll do pitching chaos just like we did the last 60 days last year.
Maybe it just – the only thing I say to that is, like, those guys who did pitching chaos, like, the majority of that wild rotation we were using, like, it feels like those guys either are not on the roster anymore or are not having – the run they had with pitching chaos. But the way Hinch uses them in playoffs and everything changes in October, right? So, like, maybe they find that and we find that in these guys. And, like, I don't think you're wrong at all. I just, like, I had so much – it's kind of flipped. Like, I had so much confidence in our arms and our bullpen and just this plethora of guys in pitching chaos coming into this season and terrified that we were going to score 2 runs a game. And it's been, like, almost completely flipped outside of, like, Skubal. We're fucking whacking the shit out of the ball, and we're not finding consistency in our bullpen. So who the hell knows? Like, the Tigers are just a fucking enigma, and I hope they can just, like, put that puzzle together in October for 3 or 4 series.
That's right. That's right. That's all it takes. A couple hot weeks in October, and it changes your season.
So go Tigers. We'll see if they do anything before the deadline. Maybe we'll bring JV home. Doubt it, but never know. One can hope. All right, boys, there's football tonight. Hall of Fame game. Detroit Lions, Dan Campbell, LA Chargers, Jim Harbaugh. What are we looking for tonight, if anything? Or are we just excited? This is the official, like, another step closer to the NFL football season.
I'm looking forward to it just because football's back on. Like, I'm not the biggest, like, watcher of preseason football, but you bet your ass I'm going to be watching this game tonight. I am excited to see some of the young bucks that we picked up. I am kind of bummed that Tyleek isn't playing, I heard. I did want to see what he could do. But the other guy on the D-line, Hussein, what was his name? I'm excited to see him. That guy seems like an absolute killer.
The Egyptian from Boise?
Yes, that guy seems like a killer, like, and just an absolute gritty football guy. So excited to see what he can do. That's the most important position on the field is the defensive line. So I want to see what these young guys can do to get pressure, get after the quarterback, stop the run, and everything like that. So I am looking forward to that. I'd love to see Tesla grab a couple balls. He's been getting the most hype out of training camp from a rookie standpoint, it seems like. So I'd love to see him make a couple big catches for us. And I want to see my boy Hendon Hooker run some people over. I love Henny running the ball. I do want to see him truck stick a couple people tonight. So those are a couple things I'm looking forward to in this game.
That was my big note, Pizzo, leaving off at that was, isn't Hooker not even starting?
Yeah,
no,
dude.
I think Allen is.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like, damn. Like, I thought he was going to push Jared after his first year or two to give a run for his money. It feels like he's just slowly falling down the depth chart, which is, not the best to see. But, I'm just looking forward to, like you said, Lou, football being back. It's like when Bama plays the Citadel. It's like, who gives a shit? It's week 0. Football's back. These guys are still hitting. They're fighting for jobs, so they're going to play hard. The game don't mean shit. We're not going to take anything good, bad, or indifferent from it and say the Lions season's made or ruined from tonight. But Excited to see NFL teams back on the field. And, it's August 1st tomorrow. Like, football season isn't coming. It's here. Football season is here. We are here, ready to watch it. Again, I'm just excited to see the pigskin on the field and see two teams play. Other than that, see you in the first week of September. We'll start making our conclusions or drawing conclusions at that point in time.
Yeah, I agree with you, boys. The only note I'll say is just I mentally, and I think everyone else should have just accepted that Hooker might not be it the moment before the playoffs started and we pulled Teddy Bridgewater off his couch and then actually played him over Hendon Hooker, who'd been with the team all season and the year before. It's obviously not working out right now. So he's third string. I don't know if they're punishing him or what it is, but that is not a good look. I agree. I thought Hooker was going to be honestly I thought he was the plan to succeed Goff, and it doesn't seem like that is happening at all. And we're not talking about succeeding Goff right now. So football's back. Like you boys said, the only real note I have is David Montgomery walking into the game in the stadium today, or Canton, wherever he is, off the plane, wore the sickest Metallica shirt I've ever seen. It says, "Killed them all, rode the lightning, mastered the puppets." And yeah, really
that's fucking sick.
And he's dressed really gritty, just looks blue collar as they come. He feels like he's got a little bit of a chip on his shoulder this year because everyone's so jacked up about Gibbs, which put me in that category, put all of us in that category. There's enough love to go around for two backs, but I love that David Montgomery has a little bit of a chip on his shoulder going into this year because that guy, in my opinion, is a borderline top 5 running back in the NFL.
And let me ask you guys this, and maybe you feel differently. Do you think there's a little less excitement going into this season compared to the last two? I mean, we went the narrowly missed 9-8 season into winning the division. Then we lost in the NFC Championship going into last year, thinking we had a Super Bowl run. I feel like with how last season ended, with maybe the injuries coming into the season, the unknowns, the lack of the big splash in the offseason, do you feel any less excitement this year from the crowd? Maybe not from you, but from the fan base as a whole?
No, I'm with you, Chandler, and I think you said it, where just the unknown of this team, whereas we lose to San Fran in a game that we should have won. We're going into the next season okay, everyone's back, full steam ahead. We fucking tasted winning this year. We know what it's like to win big games. And then we lose to Washington last year. We lose both coordinators. We drop a couple guys. There's a lot more unknown factors, I feel like, this year, where obviously we're all still fucking excited for the season, but I really don't know where we're going to land. I think we're going to I think we're going to win the NFC North. I do think that. I think the NFC North is ours to lose. But for the most part, I think a lot of it is unknown. Our schedule is fucking tough. If you look at our schedule this year, we do not have more than maybe 3 games where I'm like, that's a for sure win. Every other game is a toss-up, maybe 4 because Bears twice, that's easy money. So we'll say 4. But other than that, it's going to be a gauntlet season for this team.
Look, Chandler, I agree with you. I feel like the excitement is down because, like you said, the year we went to the NFC Championship, we were playing with house money. It was the first time we were good. We were supposed to lose that game to San Fran, and yeah, we lost in heartbreaking fashion. In the middle of the game, we were supposed to win it, but going into that game, we were supposed to lose that game, and that's what we did. So now it was last year, we're going to win the Super Bowl because that's our last step to doing it. We get upset in the first round after a 15-2 fucking season. So people are down this year, and they're saying literally everything Pizzo just said. 2 new coordinators, schedule's tough, this and that. But honestly, anyone who is not as excited for this season as they were last season, I think is just completely off. We are going to be a gangbusters top 3 NFL team coming into this season, and they are going to remind you of that very early on in the season. Every year we hear about, Green Bay's better. Chicago every year gets better somehow, right? Minnesota ended up being the best team out of the division outside of us last year. We're going to come in, we're going to fucking beat our 2 division opponents right off the rip, and we're going to get everyone right back on board, just as excited as they were. You have the own players saying in the locker room, in press conferences, the coordinator thing is not as big of a deal as everyone is making it seem. These are professionals. They know what they're doing. They know how to win. You got to trust the systems and the people in place. And I am fucking ecstatic for this season. And while the schedule does look tough, one thing I do want to note, every single year, you look at strength of schedule to start the year and what that strength of schedule looks like in the middle of the year, and it always elevators up and down. There's going to be 2 or 3 teams that are going to underperform. There are going to be some teams that overperform. An easy schedule can turn into a hard schedule and vice versa. It's the NFL. The Lions are coming back strong this year. They're going to win the North, and they're going to remember the blood that they tasted in their mouths in the divisional round and not let it happen again. You mark my words, we're going further this year. Promise you that.
I agree. And Frank, I can't agree more with your point about what schedules look like to start the year and whatnot. I almost blurted out 3 bold takes about our schedule. So I'm glad, I'm excited for that episode, but it never ends up being the same. And I'll end it with this. Let's caution ourselves on getting too nervous. What happened to the Eagles 3 years ago? What happened? They lost the Super Bowl. Guess it would be, 3 seasons ago now. They lost the Super Bowl to the Chiefs, lost both coordinators, had a shitty year, and then what happens? They bounced back the next year and won the Super Bowl. This is what happens. Lions had a great season 2 seasons ago, had a fucking underwhelming postseason last season. Sometimes it's just a minor setback for a major comeback, and I feel this franchise is set up better than ever in the history of the Detroit Lions from the foundation up to bounce back from a disappointing loss at the end of the season.
Yeah, and I think last year, with all the injuries and the effort we had to put in to win that division, we had to win 15 games just to win our division. And all of those injuries, all of that change, the mental strain, the early bye week. We had week 4 or 5 bye week. It was fucking crazy. That was an exhausting regular season. We may lose more games in the regular season this year, but we will go further in the playoffs. That is that's a prediction. Not bold, nothing. It's just what I think.
I can't wait for Rags to come out of retirement bye week 4 and 3, 4 and 4, whatever we are. Fucking Rags is like, fuck it. I'm putting the fishing pole down. Yeah. I'm coming out. Yeah. We're fucking ready to ride.
Yeah. We're excited. There's a game. Ride. There's a game tonight, baby. Fuck yeah. All right, let's do over under and get out of here. Who's got it?
All right, I got it for you, boys.
There we go.
We're gonna stay on topic here. Over or underrated preseason football?
I'll lead this off. Preseason football is overrated. It's just like a tease. It's just sure, if you're watching position battles and things like that, but I'm usually checked out by the first quarter. I always say I'm going to watch them. I'm going to pay attention to them, but honestly, I don't. It's overrated. I'm not watching any of the other games around the league. Whereas during the season, I'm watching every game at once. So overrated.
Tonight's game, underrated. First game back, you got all the feels. It's great. Preseason football, overrated. After the first game, I'm not paying attention to it. You don't even want your good guys playing in the preseason because of risk of injury. So
watching.
Yes, it's nothing to watch. It's nothing to tune into. The only thing you watch preseason football for is for those mid-level rookies, round 2 to 4, to see what they have and see if they can contribute to you early on in the year. Overrated.
Yep, and you guys hit the nail on the head there. I do like watching our Lions preseason football for the first couple games. Check out the rookies, check out the year 2, year 3 guys, see if they can bring it or not. But overall, grand scheme of it, overrated. It's a waste of time. By the third, fourth quarter, it's like, who the fuck is playing? There's 25 points on the board total. It's just like we're watching paint dry. Overrated as well here. So 3's a company.
3's a crowd. But
2's a company.
We're cooking with gas. Honorless Lou. So,
hey, quick question though. Speaking of over under, I got it up right here. Over under for the game tonight, 32.5. What are you guys taking?
Under. They're always less than you think.
With Harbaugh, I feel like Harbaugh just fucking deflates the ball under.
Fucking three's more companies under.
Please make it stop.
Get us off the air, please.
I'm like literally trying.
LLC.
That was episode. I'm going to mute you. That was episode 194 of the Fizz. Thank you all for listening. Everyone have a great weekend. Good luck on all your bets. Go Lions. Go Tigers. See you next week.
Have a great week, everybody.
Peace.
See ya.